Okay, so here's the deal. I am making like a bottle holder wall mount decorative thing for my father-in-law for Christmas. And it's pretty cool. We have one. Here's some shots of ours. It's pretty dang easy to make, let's be honest. It looks like it's intense. When I first saw one, I was like, man, this might be a little complicated to make, but it's really not. It's really easy. I'm gonna talk about that, but first, I need to get set up because I got my tablet here. I've been listening to some Pat McAfee, his YouTube channel, which has got some good stuff. I don't recommend it for anybody who has a problem with the swearing, because he swears a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna get that set up and then I'll talk about how to make one of these things, because they're pretty cool. Good looking things and they're easy to make. So I got the tablet set up, ready to listen while I'm working, but I've got to clean my workbench first because it's a freaking disaster. Tends to be a catch-all, especially when it's been a while since I've had a project. So I'm gonna throw a little time lapse together of me cleaning that up right now. All right, we got a relatively clean workbench now. So here's how this works. We got to go outside. I've probably got to bring the stuff in here first. But in a nutshell, really all you have to do, you have to figure out how wide you want the thing, and then cut it. You've got to figure out how wide your pieces are, or however wide you want them. And then obviously do that math and see how many pieces you need, and then you just cut a whole bunch of pieces to the exact same length, and then you have 2 pieces of wood, whether it's the same material or a 2x4 or whatever you want. I like to have 2 across the back, and I screw those pieces on to the back in various, you know, patterns. Nothing so high that you see or low so that you see the brace on the back, and then you just screw it all on, and then you screw the shelves on. You don't want, I like the way that my shelves look. They don't have a whole lot of support, but they're not holding a whole lot of weight, and those things have been on there for years. I haven't had any issue with them. So you got to pay attention to that. You got to be really careful, especially if you're screwing into old wood, that you don't split it. If you are too impatient and you're one of those people who doesn't like to pre-drill stuff, you're gonna run into problems. So I highly suggest, obviously, pre-drilling everything that you're doing so that you don't split the wood, and you can just, you know, keep it clean and make sure it doesn't break. So, without further ado, let's get to work on that. So that's where most of the wood came from that I've been using for these projects, is this old fence. I've kept most of the fence up, but there's some portions of it that I took down because it wasn't really what we wanted. We've had this gate up forever and it was starting to fall off, and it was too much work just to keep it up when we don't have anything back there. We don't have any animals back there or anything anymore. So we took it off of there. Now we're gonna tear this thing apart and build a thing out of it, because why the heck not? I realized I probably could have been working on this and getting this thing torn apart in the meantime. which is going to be a lot to do while those batteries are charging. So anyway, here we go. Well, it was a bummer. Just kind of looked at the time lapse and only got half of it. I didn't set my settings right. Blast. That's okay. So I got the rest of it taken apart. You can see the pile of wood. Shout out to Bobby Duke. Pile of wood there where we're gonna get our project going here. Now, I don't have a single battery that is working, which is why you saw me do a little bit of that disassembling by a regular old handheld screwdriver. I mean, how often do you use one of those, especially in a project like this? Never. And you know, that's my fault. I was ill prepared. I was not ready for the onslaught that was disassembling this, because I should have had my batteries charged. Always be prepared. Yeah, for now I'm still at one light. That doesn't do any good. And this one says it's at one light still. I was looking around and I forgot that I had a corded handsaw, so I think I might just get after it and use that thing, but I don't like using things with cords. I just feel like I'm like too attached to stuff. About to get dirty, so time to get covered up here. I have this handmade leather apron from my brother, who also has a YouTube channel. Check him out, Glenn Tarbet. Hopefully we're ready to go there. Hopefully he's got his stuff going now. But so yeah, anyway, you need a good apron. Keep yourself clean, keep yourself safe. Okay, it's time to make a thing. I don't even know what you call it. A knick-knack paddywhack. Let's do this. An homage to Bobby Duke. It's finished. Okay, well that's it. It's done. It's gonna look good. If you're into rustic stuff, if you're into any of that, that's a good option. Obviously you can do it in all sorts of different ways if you want to, different wood, different style, but same kind of concept, and it's gonna be cool to see what he ends up putting on there. He's got some cool stuff, some beautiful antiques. So yeah, done. It's a fun project. But I don't know how to end. It's a weird situation.